You's a vegan, but you going ham. Yeah.
Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to Pretty Brown Vegan, a place for plant-based comfort foods. If you are new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. I appreciate you so much for tuning back in. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I make my completely plant-based lasagna, as well as my plant-based meat sauce. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I made this, go ahead and stay tuned. We do need to go ahead and get started by preparing our noodles. Just go ahead and boil 1 package of lasagna noodles according to package instructions, and make sure you generously salt your water. Then we're going to go ahead and get working on our meat sauce. Heat a little bit of oil in a pot, add in 1 chopped onion and a couple cloves of chopped garlic. Just go ahead and saute that up until it softens and the onions are translucent. Then we're going to go ahead and add in our ground meat. For the ground meat today, I am using the Gardein beefless ground. Just going to go ahead and add that right into the pot and saute it until all of the pieces of meat are cooked through. Once the meat is cooked through, we're just going to go ahead and season it up with a little bit of sea salt and black pepper. And we're just going to go ahead and toss that until all of the pieces are coated up in the seasoning. Next, we do need to go ahead and add in our sauce, and I am using the Newman's Own brand today. We're going to go ahead and add in about 1.5 jars, and then on that full jar that we use, just to make sure we get all of the sauce out of the jar, I go ahead and add in a little bit of water in that jar, put the top on and shake it up, and then pour that back in. As you can see, that last little bit I pour in is a little bit runny. That's because I put a little water in there to make sure we get it all. Then we're just going to go ahead and toss that, make sure everything's well combined, and bring this up into a simmer, and then turn the heat down a little bit so that we can let it go for about 10 to 15 minutes. Just go ahead and put a top on this and let it go. Make sure that you're stirring it occasionally here so that the bottom of the sauce does not burn. And we're just going to go ahead and let that hang out and just become well incorporated. And again, make sure you're stirring it occasionally and scraping the bottom to make sure it doesn't burn. Once the sauce is about ready to go, we're going to go ahead and hit it with a little bit of seasonings. Add in a little bit of sea salt. I also add in some Italian seasoning and some black pepper. Typically on my sauce, I would also add in maybe like a garlic powder or onion powder, but we put in real garlic and real onion today, so we don't have to add in those extra seasonings if we don't want. Once we toss all of the seasonings in the sauce and it's all well combined again, then we're going to go ahead and get ready to assemble our lasagna. When we're assembling our lasagna, make sure that you first put down some sauce before you add in noodles. That prevents them from sticking to the bottom and drying out, and it just helps keep everything moist from the bottom to the top. Just go ahead and layer it down after you get that little bit of sauce. Put your noodles in, put some more sauce in, put your cheese in, and repeat. In the middle of the lasagna, you will see that I add in a little of a different ingredient just to keep everything creamy. For today's cheese, I will be using the Dia brand mozzarella shreds. Whatever kind of white style cheese you have, just go ahead and toss it in. In the middle of the lasagna, I do like to add in a vegan sour cream. I'm using the Simple Truth brand today, but you can use whatever brand you like. I really like the Tofutti brand as well. And then just go ahead and smooth out an even layer of that sour cream. And then just continue to assemble until you reach the top of your dish. On the top of the lasagna, I will be using the field roast chow shreds. I really like the way that these melt down. I would have preferred to use the slices because I prefer slices on the top of any lasagna when you're going as far as a vegan style, because vegan shreds don't really melt down the same as a regular shreds, as I'm sure we all know if we've all tried plant-based cheeses. So I would have preferred to use slices on this, but it still turned out super delicious. As you can see here on the finished result, some of those shreds didn't melt down all the way, but again, it still came out super bomb, so delicious, 10 out of 10, no complaints. If you guys enjoyed this content, please give me a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know if you're going to be giving this a try, and please subscribe if you're not already. Thanks, guys.